Hello and welcome to today's Sunshine Prepper News. I'm Willow, the Sunshine Prepper, here to spread a bit of positivity on the unavoidable doom and gloom. Join me for an ambitious 10 seconds of laughter. I'm confident we need that extra bit to stay braced for the uptick in WW3 activity, so you may as well laugh like it's the end of the world as we know it. Okay, very good. Today is another sort of smorgasbord of headlines, so buckle up. First of all, hello, elephant in the room, aka Iran, however you pronounce it, retaliating for the murder of their brass by sending advance warning and launching a barrage of drones and other slower things that are easier to intercept. If they wanted to inflict a brutal lethal attack, other weapons would have been more effective, but I can't wrap my head around the 5D chess purpose of all this, but Israel seems committed to retaliate, so no matter what our government says, I don't see how starting a tit-for-tat slap contest over there benefits anyone. It's out of my control. God, you got that one. Well, depending on the winner, the history books will definitely conclude that we're in the thick of World War III by now. Our Franz Ferdinand moment has probably passed, so welcome to the event horizon. Moving past the elephant and on to the next wild animal that is still far outside of our circle of influence. I guess next in my analogy would be a kangaroo, I suppose. Crazy to me that over in Australia, a pastor was stabbed by like a 15, 16-year-old while he was preaching. And then there was also a mass stabbing at a mall, leaving 6 dead and 12 others injured, including a 9-month-old whose mother was killed. The criminal was eventually shot down by police, but to me, this is one horrifying reminder of why our Second Amendment rights are so important. Australians gave up their arms in the 90s, and it has not made them safer. Maybe use it or lose it applies here, but I think we need more good citizens able to defend themselves from others with evil intentions. The next two headlines are also outside of our circle of influence, but it's noteworthy to know Amazon has cut around another 100,000 jobs as more people are replaced by robots. They still employ 1.1 or 1.2 million people, but that's a relatively big percentage. And then Tesla announced they plan to cut 10% of their workforce. And then if you bank with JP Morgan, they announced their grand plan to sell your purchase data, like what you do, for marketing purposes in order to better serve you. Yeah, should look into that one. Meanwhile, Tyson Foods announced their big new team up with a bug protein company. I forgot the name, but I'm sure they don't plan at all on mixing bug protein into their products. What? Cutting cost measures? Never! And it's no surprise, of course, that California is still on the struggle bus. They had protesters able to shut down the San Francisco Bay Bridge, blocking people from the airport, and law enforcement pretty much did nothing about it. Another reminder to be prepared to defend yourself in case law enforcement is unavailable or unwilling to enforce laws. And then footage was caught of around 20 men abandoning a speedboat on a California beach and escaping into the country. They were well funded enough to abandon a several $1,000 boat, and they were clearly on a mission to get into the country no matter what. I wonder how often that happens, but nothing to see here. Okay. Last two. First, keep an eye out for lead in our food supply. Most recently, it's been Lunchables, but also in cinnamon and turmeric. I might imagine it, but baby food always seems to be testing for toxic levels of X, Y, or Z, so just be vigilant with your personal food supply. And then I saved this one for last because I think it's going to be sort of my personal SHTF. All right, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me too hard. I think the world is really going to end in May when the double brood emerges. Why? God, why do they have to be in Tennessee? I act tough, guys, but I am scared of bugs. I'm so scared of bugs. I remember when the cicadas came up in Maryland when I was in high school. I wore this plastic tracksuit and hat for weeks. I was trying to be non-sticky to those things. Oh my God. I think this go around, I'm going to get like one of those Dollar Tree Batman rackets. It's going to be my Excalibur. I'm going to be outside getting all my Bruce Lee like, hey, yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, it's... I don't like them, guys. I don't like them. I'm gonna be kung fu fighting them bugs as fast as lightning them bugs. It's horribly frightening, but no, it's definitely nightmare fuel for me. So I'll be leveling up my self-defense awareness or something as we head into the summer. On that note, please join me for one last laugh to finish off on a light note. All right. This week's mission, if you choose to accept it, is to write down 3 actions that actually are in your circle of impact and do at least one by next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wishing you and your family the best. Sunshine Prepper out.